Hello patrons! In this video I'm going to show you a few standard operating procedures that I teach all my students. This is Paul and I flying back from Oshkosh. This is the last leg from Wendover to San Francisco, and I'm going to pick on Paul here because he's typically really good at doing the standard procedures. These aren't perfect by any stretch, but I do want to show you that when I fly with a student, there's always kind of a standard procedure protocol that we're going through or that I want to pass along to them. It starts with a passenger briefing. You can hear that Paul does a pretty quick one here. It's not ideal, but it's important for him to stay in the process of doing it so that when a passenger he's not familiar with or somebody new to the airplane, I'm sure he would slow down and do something a little more robust. After that, there's always a pre-taxi briefing. We always look at a taxi diagram and discuss how we're getting from the ramp to the runway, whether it's towered or not. Then we get to the run-up area. We use SOPs as an acronym for the engine run-up, and then back it up with a written checklist. After that, there is a pre-takeoff briefing where we discuss, the runway we're using, the wind conditions, the abort point. We review what 1,000 feet above the field is, and then we go through any emergency procedures we might need. And finally, takeoff callouts on the runway. Paul doesn't use the exact ones that I teach here, but I'll use text on screen to show you exactly what I would teach. And after that, in flight, it is just flow checks and checklists for climbs, for cruise, for descent, gumps for the landing check. But I'm going to show you everything through the takeoff roll here. Again, these aren't absolutely perfect, but I do want to give you a little window into what it's like to fly with me and my students and to kind of see some of these standard operating procedures. So please enjoy it.
Need to keep your seatbelt fastened at all times unless you're on the cruise.
Thank you.
There's the door control, which you'll need to use in the case of an emergency.
Make sure I know how to use that.
If you see traffic outside, feel free to print it out, and we maintain a sterile cockpit environment, so no talking about things unrelated to the flight. Okay. Unless we're on the cruise. In fact, you can hold that for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, Jules, let's review. Can actually you show me the taxi driving you had?
Yeah, so you would go to airport,
yep,
and then taxiways, and you should drive it.
Cool, so we're going to go off of, what do we say? We're going to go off 08.
Yep.
So we basically can go Bravo 1, Alpha 1. So that looks like Bravo 1 down there.
Okay.
And Alpha 1, which will take us to the end of 08.
Great.
Would you do it anywhere different?
Wendover Airport,
no.
Unicom, Skyhawk.
I think it's fine, and if you're not going to be, if you're going to expedite it to into the wind, it's just to help the engine cool if you're going to be here for a while.
Controls.
Good.
Full and free movement. Trim as well. Flaps control, not needing them here. Just trim back.
Wendover Unicom, Skyhawk 5163 Hotel.
Fuel gauges, we've got one working now. I'm good based on performance over the last few days. Instruments set, no flags. Gas, both tanks selected. Quantity sufficient. I reset the totalizer to 83. Fuel gauge is one of them. Is not working, but I think that's just what we've observed on this plane over the last couple of days.
Exactly.
No enunciators right now. Autopilot. Heading mode. Going to overpower one way. Going to overpower the other way. Let's put climb in. Trim wheel is moving. Can disconnect it. Electric pitch trim. Only working when both sides of the switch are depressed. Trim set for takeoff. Autopilots and all trims. Run up, I'll leave this here for where we are. 1800 RPM. Drop on the left. 150. Drop on the right, less than 150. Left one sounded a little bit as if it could do with cleaning.
Aircraft taxiing on ramp, this one over up.
What would you try and clean it?
No, that didn't sound too bad to me.
We'll do it again.
You try it again if you want.
Yeah, if you would drive over next to the Asfield sign, next to the white and orange tower, you can park anywhere right here.
That sounds okay.
Okay. Well, pressure and temperature in the green. Vacuum is in the green. No discharge. Let's put some load on.
Did you need any fuel?
No discharge. I mean, that's normal for this airplane.
Meeting me, but I'll keep you updated, and then we're just going to be here for a couple hours.
Get the throttle back to idle.
Departing probably around 1.
Sounds good. We'll see you in a minute.
Quickly cross-check that. Solid air. Make the steer throttle, mags, prop. Oh, we didn't do the prop.
I love it when the checklist works.
Once, twice, 3 times.
3 times I made it.
Prop, oil pressure and oil temperature where we want them to be. Buses, we check that. Idle control. Okay, flight plan's done. Com radio on the Unicom, we've got that departure frequency set. I've also got 122.1. So can I have my map back for 1 second, just get a frequency?
For what? Can't you have it here?
Oh, no, you forced me. Good job. Right pattern for 8, so it's going to be right downwind departure, by the way. And then I'm going to talk to 122.1, which is active there, and I'm going to listen on 112.3 to open our flight plan.
Okay.
Which is 112.3, that's set there, so I'm going to put... actually, I'm going to leave that until we get out there. So there's nothing else that we need to do. We'll contact centre up there, 10,500. Take a briefing, runway 8, it's very long, number 9. So I'm going to say number 5 is our abort point. If we don't have 70% of our rotation speed, there we'll abort.
Okay.
On rotation, if there's a problem, we still have runway remaining, push forward, throttle to idle, cut the mixture off, land on the runway. If no runway remaining, make sure everything's in. Fuel pump on, cycle the mags, cycle the tanks. If no recovery, make sure to cut the fuel off, mags off, crack the doors, keep the electrics on in case we need them for the flaps, and land the wingtip to wingtip. 1,000 feet here is 5,200 feet on the altimeter. Our first turn will be a right, and then we'll do a right downwind departure from runway 8. Any questions?
Nope.
Wind over traffic, white Skyhawk, white Skylane 123 Tango Zoo, taking runway 08. It will be a right downwind departure, wind over. Nothing on final, no traffic on the runway, nothing on base that I can see. I'm good, if you're good.
I'm good.
Okay, runway 08 is the right runway. Temperatures and pressures are in the green. Let's get us on the floor.
On the center line.
On the side, I think we're on the center line now.
Nope, you're left of it.
Really?
Yep, go to the right, more to the right, more to the right, more to the right even, still a little bit. There you go, now you're on the center line.
Okay. Takeoff power.
That's why you're
Pressures in the green. Airspeed increasing. Temperatures and pressures still in the green.
You got airport speed.
Okay, rotating.
Okay, so you can see that those aren't perfect. They're not exactly what I would teach, but if you listen to the podcast and watch the videos over time, you'll definitely get familiar with what I'm looking for. There's also the iBook Setting the Standard, which really breaks down the standard procedures. But I just wanted to show you kind of how it works on a typical lesson. That Paul and I fly together regularly. Here we are. This is a day. This is day 2 on the way home from Oshkosh. So we've been together for over a week at this point in an airplane, and we're still trying to stick to this standard operating procedure protocol that we've laid out in training. And I'm a huge believer in the value there. So anyway, hope you got something out of that, and I hope you're enjoying your weekend.